The people you should be most afraid of taking your job and your deal and your company away from you are comedians. The people you should be most afraid of taking your job and your deal and your company away from you are comedians. The reason they can't is because they drink too much and they can't do math. But if they stop drinking and they could do math, they'll be amazing entrepreneurs because of this one reason. They understand story structure. If you watch, either The Daily Show or, on the left or some, I don't think the right has comedy. Is there any comedy on the right? But if you watch these really good comedians and people who produce a lot of content, not like in the old days you'd have like a Chris Rock or a Richard Pryor, and what they would do is they would work for like a year on a 1-hour comedy show, right? It would be super funny, and they did have the comedic structures. If you look at something like The Daily Show, like they produce that much content every single day. And the reason they have it is because they have the narrative structures that work. And so that is what we're gonna get to, after this opening sequence, is wheeling in front of you and having you fill out and understand the narrative structures. So that way it doesn't matter what the deck ultimately looks like or how many words on it. If it matches the, it's not a comedic structure, but it's a finance or it's a sales structure that the buyers respond to, and we know they respond to, then you can go in and raise the money. If it doesn't match the structure that they respond to, then it's impossible. So again, if comedians could do math, they would take your company away from you. They're very disciplined in terms of psychological structures that work. They're very disciplined in terms of psychological structures that work. And it's the great thing. Does anybody sort of listen to comedy regularly? So for those of you who don't, just do it on Spotify, right? And you'll start to see, it'd be good if you read like a little bit about comedic structures. You're gonna see structures here, but you'll see things are just funny. They're funny because they have these, like the comedic structure I know the best is the reversal, right? Where you set somebody up to think the third thing in the list is gonna be like all the other things in the list, and then it's something totally different.